Hi, this is Tamara Rubin, Let's Save Mama, Let'sSaveMama.com, and today what we're doing is we're taking items that we have on my website that there are articles that we've written about with the XRF test results, and we're testing them with reactive agent home test kits to show whether or not they react. We know they're leaded, but can you test an item like this with the home test kit? And the reason we're doing this is because the home test kits don't necessarily work on all items or all substrates, even if they have lead. And you can look at some of our other videos that demonstrate that. This particular item is especially egregious because it's Ikea. It's an older Ikea glass. It tests positive for 41,400 parts per million lead and 745 parts per million cadmium in the exterior decoration. New Ikea glassware should be lead-free. Paint on new Ikea glassware should be lead-free. This is not that old. I don't have a year on this, but I believe it's about 10 or 12 years old, something like that. I'm going to close my computer so we don't have the glare of that when we test this. And we're going to use the glowing test kit. And I don't know if you can see it. It shows blue before you spray the kit. Here, I'm going to have Avi turn off the lights. Basically, if you spray the glowing reagent test kit, and I will put the link to this product in my links with the video on YouTube, so please watch this on YouTube. Before you spray it, it's blue or purpley. It's a black light. And then if there's lead and if the kit works on the type of lead that's there, and you spray it, and you wait a couple seconds, and then you shine the black light, it fluoresces bright green. So there we have an Ikea glass painted with lead paint. And the problem is, people are like, well, it's only on the outside. Why is that a problem? Well, the problem is that, do you have a good shot of that, Avi? Mm-hmm. My son, Avi's filming. Okay. We will, here, give it to me. We'll turn the light back on. The problem is that when you drink from something like this, and while I'm doing this testing, I try not to touch the lead painted surface. And I keep these stored, wrapped up in a storage unit. I don't keep these in my home typically. So when you drink from something like this, you're touching the lead painted exterior decoration, you're drinking, and then you're picking up a potato chip, or you're eating a carrot, or you're eating a finger food with whatever food you might be eating, and then you put that in your mouth and you lick your fingers, and you have the possibility of transference of microparticulate amounts of lead, and lead is toxic at those microparticulate visible levels.
And that could even be like milk and cookies or something like that.
Yeah, milk and cookies, drinking a glass of milk and then eating your cookies. You know, it doesn't, a big one I talk about is like eating an apple that has touched lead dust, because the lead dust will stick to the outside, but it can be any kind of hand-to-mouth activity. It doesn't have to be unusual or unexpected hand-to-mouth activity. We have hand-to-mouth activity every day. I was eating snap peas today, popping the snap peas in my mouth, and if I had been touching this prior to that, I would be eating microparticulate bits of lead. And again, this is, you can even see the glowing without the lights turned off, so it's quite alarming, quite a little. It's interesting to see here also. It turned orange. Can you see the orange?
Yeah, I was noticing that.
So this is it, the blue paint job. When it reacted with the spray kit, it turned orange. So please do...
Is that the crystals on the surface?
It's the crystals that form on the surface with this particular type of kit. Please watch this video on YouTube. In the YouTube description, I'll put the links to the article about this glass, and also put links to these test kits, and watch some of the other videos too, because not all of these products will react with these home test kits, even if they're positive for high levels of lead. So when you get a positive, it's definitely high lead. If you get a negative, you can't be sure that that means it's lead free. You just still have to be cautious. And one solution is, if you get a negative, look the item up on my website. Look up on Let'sSaveMama.com, put Ikea Glassware, painted Ikea Glassware in the keywords on the search bar, and you can see what other items that we've tested that look similar to your item, to see if your item might not be safe or might be safe. And you can also compare it based on colors and age of the product, colors of paints used, color of substrate used, type of substrate, type of paint, and make an educated guess about your item. So anyway, that's an Ikea Glassware. More at Let'sSaveMama.com, and thanks for following us on YouTube.